It's morning here at the Sunstone location. Pretty clear night, but then the wind picked up and now there's quite a bit of, I guess, kind of wispy low clouds hovering around. I can't really see the stars anymore, especially looking towards the west. Alright, coming up into the state line with California, and I am heading to the tri-state marker, Nevada, Oregon, California. This road is pretty close to the side. I have to walk off a bit for probably a mile and a half to get to the actual spot. Found a nice spot to back in. Marker tree, and I'm just going to keep going straight that way. Here at Twin Lakes. This is the northern of the two. The other one is in that direction. Usually it's a dry lake bed, but all the lakes now seem to have a little bit of water. So this is peering into Oregon. Nice lining of aspens. This fence here marks the end of the boundary between California and Nevada. There's actually a big cairn right 100 feet away. So here we are, this is it. (1872) A.W. von Schmidt. Longitude 120, latitude 42. It says latitude 42 right in the... Now this place, this one at least, was in 2010. But it looks like somebody was here about a week ago. Just behind is this bearing tree sign on the juniper. It's dated 21st of July 1984, but it's got a handful of other signatures from people. There's one from 2015. Back at the end of the fence, it says made in Canada. This is the official geocache. It also has signatures and some other interesting things. Wow, that's so kid. It's a little random. Rocks have some interesting holes in them. This one here has holes all the way through. Okay, we're back at the car. It's actually about a 2-mile walk. And I'm going to head over to our next destination. The clouds are starting to build up a little bit. Okay, I'm heading to the Collins cabin. And this is the closest the road gets to it. It's pretty much off the beaten path in that direction. I have to go, according to the crow flies, about 2.1 miles. Much of the walking has been like this. Relatively flat, just gradually going downhill. Alright, we're here. Tiny little thing, Collins cabin. As far as I can tell, there's no roads whatsoever leading to it. This was the bed with a cabinet in the corner. Also near the cabin is this, looks like it was like a little trawl for livestock. I can't quite remember my livestock terminology at the moment. No bottles. And you could see old fencing along these big junipers. There's some nails right in there. And you can see the old rock fence lining extended out towards that direction. Back at the car after another 2 miles. I'm going to turn around here, head back a few more miles, and then that'll be where the access road to the Haw Cabin is. Okay, final destination, the Haw Cabin. I came from over there. This goes on to Lucky Reservoir, which is probably another 10 miles or so north. The way to the cabin is this way here, right along the fence line. I hardly biked that far. The road becomes pretty much non-existent right here. So I have my bike chained up against the openings here. And I can see the cabin. Right there. So here we are at the Haw Cabin. It's almost the exact same style of building. Wow, it's like a big rat's nest here. Not really much to this one. There's an old shoe right there. This thing's all tilted and kind of on its last legs a little bit. Now on my way to, it's called Y Spring, and it's also in this vicinity. This is Y Spring, right near the road here. It's completely dry though, it's probably only just a seasonal spring, but there's a pipe that feeds into it, creating this trough for the livestock. I believe the spring probably starts right in there. Catholic Church, St. Richard Catholic Church. Contrast is amazing. I'm on the road heading up to Drake Peak. Well, I actually was able to drive all the way to the very top. It is very windy, I can tell. But this is really nice up here, the view. You could see the Abert Rim right there. That's kind of where the Warner Mountains end. And then all the way out into all the desert. Oh gosh. Man, that wind chill is making it incredibly cold. I was barely able to take a panorama, but that was it. I kept having a lot of blurring issues and everything was blowing. You could see how fast these clouds are booking it. And what I showed earlier, so I may delete the clip. Well, you could see out there there's a huge dust storm kicking up where Summer Lake is, out towards Paisley. There's still a little bit of sun hitting the hills there. Those are out in Nevada. And then the mountains that you see, part of the Warner Mountains going south, is in California. There's still a nice area of blue sky turning orange. Well, if I had more time, I would, more daylight and it wasn't quite as miserable as it is here, I would definitely go up on the adjacent peak there, which is a little bit taller. So it is definitely getting darker real fast. Well, after Drake Peak, I was gonna try and see if I could stop real fast at this Aspen cabin. As you can see, it is all aspens, but it looks like one of those cabins where you can rent for the night, and there's a car parked there, so I have a feeling it's occupied for the time being. Well, maybe in the summertime I'll stop by. Fueling up here at the Shell, just north of Lakeview. Coming up to the turnoff where I first camped at. Starting to hear the rain hitting a little bit. It's right near the top of the pass. Turn off for Gearhart Mountain. Right at Quartz Mountain Summit. Bypassing Klamath Falls. And just have to head home from here. Definitely snowing up here. I'm gonna have to keep it low. About 4,000 feet elevation. We can finally see the road again. A little bit scary before that, but right now there's a semi-trailer here going really snail speed, which is good. I'm tired of being the leader to these two cars behind me, though I'm sure they appreciated my help because I was the only one making tracks visible. Otherwise it was solid whiteout. The snow is falling very fast. Alright, now it's back to rain. Transitioned really fast. I'm kind of glad because it was a little hectic back there.